Little girl, about 5, hiding behind the shadows of the 5th stair from the bottom of the staircase. Blue eyes that had seen nothing but the good in those that others may never have seen, and ears that followed the sounds of her own imagination that seeped from the overflowing love God placed in her heart, scarred by those that were too dense to care. Skin thickened by the hatred they hold towards one another, they tell her to grow a backbone because she slouches in fear that her skin may harden like theirs. She walks silently, with her head down, trying to avoid reality after witnessing what it serves when you get in its way. Black and blue spots were splattered on Mama's face as if Daddy was finger painting a living coloring book. The word monster raged beneath her tonsils, but she knew one word, and reality would come after her too. She knew no other life. Saying goodnight as the sun set, but always sleeping with one eye open, knowing her only protection was her 2-inch thick flowered comforter that she buried her head under to drown the sound of tears that sounded from one room over. Some nights were quieter than others. Dreams were bittersweet, knowing she would wake to what she knew of reality. Life is tough, they said. Life is unfair. But if only they could walk a day in her shoes and feel the blisters beneath her toes from pacing back and forth, they would never know. But Daddy said the world didn't need to know. That he had everything under control, and getting others involved would hurt their family even more. So she said nothing. Until she sat on that staircase 16 years later, watching his shadow approach the memory of this little girl, about 5, with bright blue eyes that knew nothing about the horror she had seen. She screamed, "Stop! You took every piece of my innocence and made me believe I was hiding behind my own skin. Thickened by your insecurities and hatred you felt necessary to share." Now she stands straight, knowing integrity was the backbone that strengthened her armor against reality. Reality slouched at 5'9", with brown scruffy hair and an untamable 5 o'clock shadow that outlined the square jawline of the mouth that spewed 21 years worth of unforgivable words. Dark eyes and a scar above his right cheekbone from when she threw her Princess Barbie because his yelling was interrupting her imagination. Never did she believe her voice would stand against him, but by the strength of God and courage within, here she stood, face to face with what she believed to be reality, when he was not but a demon in her way. Now she changes course. With a little girl of her own, about 3, she sees nothing but the good in those that others may never see, and ears that follow the sound of her own imagination that seep from the overflowing love God placed in her heart, and dreams big enough that even reality couldn't get in her way.